Stricter sex offender laws will prevent more sexual behavior or repeat behavior for sex offenders. There are repeat offenders that they should be locked down and stricter laws should be enforced. In society today, sex offender sexual abuse has a negative impact on our society and it should be stopped. Therefore, there should be stricter laws. Others that are against sex offenders laws think that sex offenders should have the rights due to the first 10 amendments. Others think that sex offenders should have the right to be protected by cruel and unusual punishment. Accused persons have, for example, the right to a speedy and public trial, protection against cruel and unusual punishment, victim rights. Even though others feel that way, the Constitution offers no similar rights or protection to the crime. Yet, the Constitution offers no similar rights or protection to the victim's crime, victim's rights. Sex offender laws should be stricter to prevent repeat behavior. Thus, convicted sex offenders should be chemically castrated, attend mandatory counseling, and should be monitored by an ankle bracelet after all times after being released from prison. To begin with, sex offenders should be chemically castrated to reduce the cases of reoffending. Chemical castration has dropped sexual offender rates from 40% to between 0 and 5%. In some countries, Poland, Russia, parts of Asia, the U.S., the treatment is mandatory for those convicted of sexual offenders against children, but its voluntary use is more widespread and has been introduced in Germany, France, Sweden, and Denmark. Results from them has reported a drop in reoffending rates 40% to between 5%. Newspaper. Chemical castration has also reduced sexual drive drastically in reoffending as well. It is clear the drug works. If you look at men, they reduce reoffending in the men. Surgical castration has been proven to reduce sex drives of many offenders according to several studies. Secondly, sex offenders should attend mandatory counseling. Counseling helps sex offenders recognize thoughts and triggers and prevent them from reoffending. They also should be monitored by an ankle bracelet at all times after being released from prison. The technology of an ankle bracelet provides monitoring of the offender's location. It could just tell about anywhere they have been or going, or the direction they are at the moment. The technology regularly sends the sensor and all alarm is activated if they enter an exclusion one of their tamper with the device. I think by providing a 24-hour and 7-day-a-week monitor system for release offenders will help them think about reoffending. In conclusion, sex offender laws should be